Welcome to Safety Meeting. Today's topic is pump safety. First of all, pumps have an emergency shutoff called an e-stop, and it's located by the hopper on the passenger side. You will probably never have to touch this red button, but you should know where it is in case there's an emergency and you're the one that's got to shut that pump down. So the person holding the pump hose, the hose man, should wear goggles and hard hat because pipes wear out and develop holes, and standing beneath the pump when a pump breaks could send concrete falling on your head. I actually know because it's happened to me. Pump booms are required to never get closer than 17 feet away from a power line, and also never position yourself between the hopper of the pump and the concrete truck that's coming up to deliver mud. A lot of accidents has happened that way, people being crushed. One of the biggest dangers of pumping is when the hopper gets too low of concrete and it starts sucking air into the pump line. This air gets compressed in the line, and when it reaches the end of the hose or the discharge, it causes a loud boom and the hose just starts whipping violently. That causes most concrete injury. We were just at a convention and they had 4 people speak on pump safety, and all 4 of them had this stuff happen. The worst case was death. The second case was a guy got shot into the air and hit rebar in concrete, and it drove the rebar right through his arm and just barely into his chest. So you don't know that it has this. The pump operator, if he gets it too low, he's supposed to honk his horn at the operator to have him shut it down, tell him what's happened, because they can get the air out. But when this happens, you got to stand away from the hose a long ways because it can just whip like crazy as it's knocking that air out of there. Never uncouple a pipe or a hose. Sometimes we help the pump operator where he's got to add a hose or add a pipe. And never do this yourself. If he needs help, you ask him what exactly to do. Never assume anything because there could be pressure in that line. Pump operators trained for that. The hose man needs to learn the signals that are commonly used for pumping, and most of them know them. You know, okay, let's pump. Okay, get the boom up. Okay, let's go that way. So learn those. They're not tough. The hose man should not hug the hose. Leave that to the women. But hold it with both hands to allow that pump to move freely. The hose man should avoid walking backwards. He should be walking forward because of tripping hazards. Never kink hose on a pump, and never throw it over your back to hold it that way. The pump moves up and down as it's pumping, and so never let any part of your body get underneath that hose because each stroke, it can go several feet up and down. Usually not a problem, just don't get underneath it. Okay, we want you to all be safe, so take these things into consideration. We'll talk to you next time.